Fargo Davies leads 1-0 off a goal by Ali Matter. 24:44 to go in the first half of play. And that's all the scoring so far. And immediately, appreciate all your assistance. That one's going to be popped up, and can Ola get there? She does! She makes a jumping grab just as the ball was about to go over the fence. Irma Bohr, a perfect 4 for 4. And a slam dunk from Hardy. Bray Keene is the guy in the backfield here. Mitchell's under center. And man in motion coming to the near side. And he'll look to the corner, and he's got Traver down the end zone for the touchdown. And it's 7-6. Skyhawks are on the board. 41-37, 4:25 to go here. As the Kindred Vikings will work it down low. Another slam dunk and one. How about that? A slam dunk by Gavin Keller, and he got fouled on the two-handed throwdown. 5:07 and counting in the shotgun, looking to pass near side, going for Jamal Spy, and he got it! A 24-yard touchdown connection from Clemens to Spy. Brings up Kenzie McKinnon and puts your outfielders in left and left center, because that one's going to left field, and that's gone. That is a two-run shot for Kenzie McKinnon. And it's 3-0 Central Cass as the Squirrels will come out to home plate and wait for McKinnon to come across home. That one was gone the moment it hit the back. Shot from the point, Bree Adams lowering hard, and it's in! Off the stick of Sydney Canstrup, and the Cougars are on the board. Dahl will drop back to pass again. This one's over the middle and intercepted by Gunnar Broughton. At the 40, at the 30, at the 25, 20, and he has a man to beat. Cuts inside, 10-5, touchdown, Gunnar Broughton on the pick six. And the Vikings now lead 35-0. All right, welcome to Fargo South High School here. Mike Mason with you on the ND Sports Channel. Hope you're having a great afternoon and an upcoming great evening as well, for that matter. We're getting ready here for a non-conference swim meet between the Fargo South Bruins hosting the visiting Moorhead Spuds. We'll have a grand total of, I forgot to flip to that and check that out here. We'll have a grand total of 12 events today. We'll start with the 200-yard medley relay, and then follow that up with a 200-yard freestyle. Then the women, the 200-yard individual medley. The 50-yard freestyle will be event number 4 of the day. Event number 5 of the day will be our 1-meter diving, and we'll have 6 divers in that diving competition. And then after the diving, we'll go to event number 6, which will be the 100-yard butterfly. Event 7 will be the 100-yard freestyle. Event 8 will be the 500-yard freestyle, and event 9 will be the 200-yard freestyle. As we get closer to the end of our broadcast and head into event number 10, we'll have the 100-yard backstroke, followed by the 100-yard breaststroke as event number 11, and then our final event of the night will be the 400-yard freestyle relay. We'll come back and tell you a little bit more about it here after this timeout on our pre-meet show, if that's what we want to call it. We're still thinking of a good word to use for that. Feel free to text your suggestions. This is 701-373-1843. Back in a moment here. It's the Bruins and the Spuds girls swim and dive meet. It's coming up here, first event in about 6 minutes. Back in a moment on the ND Sports Channel.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Download Game Time today.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Welcome to the Fargo South.
All right, welcome back. We'll turn it over to our PA announcer here for the opening announcements.
To the Fargo South Bruins. Ladies and gentlemen, a couple quick announcements before we get started. Just a reminder, all of today's results and scores will be available on the Meet mobile app. Also, today's Meet will be live streamed from the North Dakota Sports Channel. Check it out at youtube.com/North Dakota Sports Channel or ND Sports Channel.
That's the first time I've gotten an applause. Thanks to our PA announcer for sending that out. Moorhead Spuds on the far side of the pool there. You can also watch this match on our website, msportsnet.com. If you're on the go, you can download the Magnitude Sports mobile app from your Android device from the Google Play Store. App's not quite yet available for iPhones, but you can watch it on your iPhone using the YouTube app as well. So, and then on your home TV, just search Magnitude Sports on the YouTube app on your home smart TV, and you can watch this on your big screen at home if you like as well.
Coaching staff for South, diving coach Emily Pascavis, assistant coaches Sean Mendelcook, Jenna Booth, and your head coach for the Fargo South Bruins, Mr. Skip Fisher. Your officiating crew for tonight's meet will be starter Ann Schmitz and meet referee Jens Harder. Scoring for tonight's meet will be 6-4, 3-2-1 in individual events and 8-4, 2 in relays. I'll be announcing the swimmers as they enter the water. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you could please rise and remove your headgear and join Fargo South Junior Ashley Jean Williams in the singing of our national anthem.
And we'll take a break for that national anthem. Be right back.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Download Game Time today.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right, welcome back once again here to Fargo South High School as we're getting ready for the Bruins and the Spuds here on October 3rd. It's my 712th sports broadcast, but it's only my second swim meet. So we will do the best we can here. We were here last time, and we were not able to go live, but thanks to Mike Beaton and Todd Olson and a couple of other guys, they were able to get the issue we had last time solved, and now we're live, and we'll be live on all future swim meets, and we do have intentions of doing many more of these down the road. And so it was a fun experience last time, and we're looking forward to this one here and all that good stuff. So once again, we'll have a total of 12 events today. Our first event will be the 200-yard medley relay. We'll split that up at event number 5 with the diving portion of our broadcast here. We'll go to our full camera now and get things set up. Once again, 6 lanes here at Fargo South High School. In some races, all 6 lanes may or may not be used. Lane 1 is on the bottom near corner of your screen. Lane 6 is on the far side of your screen. And once again, you heard the buzzer there for the 200-yard medley relay, and that's going to be kicking off our broadcast here on the ND Sports Channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first event this evening will be that one. The women's 200-yard medley relay. There will be 2 heats of this event. Heat 1.
So heat 1 of 2 will feature all the Moorhead Spuds. Lane 2 here in the near side is going to be Emily Lippett. Lane 3 in the middle there is Greta Borkland. And Lexi Ellison over in lane 4. Swimmers 2 after the first portion of the relay here will be Katie Yarber, Chantel Schmidt, and Callista Zimmerah, if I'm saying that correctly. And lane 3 currently in the lead. Once again, it's the 200-yard medley relay. Your next swimmers in lane 2 will be Bella Myers and Michaela Haig and Betsy Stager, I believe, if I'm saying that correctly. And if I'm not, feel free to text us at 701-373-1843 with the phonetic spellings, and we'll get those corrected. So it does appear the team of Bortland, Schmidt, Hagen, Panamaton will be the winners of this race here. With lane 4 coming in second. Once again, unlike North Dakota teams, for Minnesota, they cannot qualify for state until that regional meet. While Fargo South can qualify swimmers for state in this meet, the Spuds cannot. Lily Pimenton in lane 3 there will finish up with Lexi Meyer-Crossley right behind her. And then Abby Sneed finishing it off, and that is the end of heat 1. We'll get the official times here in just a moment. Looks like 2:35, 2:38, and 2:41.
Heat 2.
So heat 2 will have all 6 lanes. Actually, it'll have 5 lanes, excuse me. Lanes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 from the bottom of your screen towards the top. And they're out. Pretty tight here as they head into that first switch. Looks like lane 3 is currently in the lead. That was Courtney Huber. In lane 1 is Moorhead, in lane 2 is Fargo South, in lane 3 is Moorhead, in lane 4 is Fargo South, and in lane 5 is Moorhead. So the Moorhead team in lane 3 currently leading the race. Aubrey Rogers coming in here on lane 3 in the lead. And that's Liv Dielstra, who just took off. Armstrong swimming there to finish it off in lane 3, and Moorhead will win heat 2. Get the official times here in just a moment. Looks like 2:07:26 is the time for Moorhead in lane 3. Followed by 2:10:97 in lane 2 and 2:14:07 in lane 3. 2:24:20 in lane 4 and 2:24:59 in lane number 5. So I'll wrap up event number 1, the 200-yard medley, and we'll move on now to the 200-yard freestyle. There will be a total of 2 heats in this one. In heat 1, it'll be 4 Moorhead Spuds, and in lane 4, it'll be the lone Fargo South Bruin, Audrey Komrosky. And then we'll have heat 2 with 6 swimmers. So heat 1 will have 5 swimmers, and heat 2 will have 6 swimmers here in the 200-yard freestyle. And working on some issues with the clock and stuff here, so we'll get to heat number 2 in a little bit, or event number 2 in a little bit, I should say. And now we're ready to go.
Heat 1.
Once again, lanes 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Moorhead leading the way there. It's Courtney Haberer in lane 3. Once again, heat 1 of 2 here in the 200-yard freestyle. Moorhead has won both heats of the first event so far, and right now they're in the lead here in heat 1 of 2 of the 200-yard freestyle as well. Once again, your swimmers in each lane here. For the Spuds, it's Bryn Sarion, I believe is how you say it, in lane 2. That's the near side of your screen here. You got Courtney Haberer in lane 3, Audrey Komrosky for the Fargo South Bruins in lane 4, Anika Haberer in lane 5, and Betsy Steiger in lane 6. And she finishes it off there with an approximate time of about 2:18. We'll get the official time here in a moment. 2:17:76 officially on that time there for Courtney Haberer. And that will get us a little bit closer here to heat 2. The fans cheer on the final swimmer there. .305 and a few tenths of a second. We'll see what the official time is here in a moment.
Heat 2.
Heat 2 will feature swimmers in all 6 lanes. The Spuds are in lane 1, the Bruins are in lane 2, Spuds in lane 3, Bruins in lane 4, Spuds in lane 5, and Bruins in lane 6. Kennedy Olson for the Spuds in lane 1, Sarah Wall in lane 2 for the Bruins. In lane 3, you got Ava Rogers for the Spuds. In lane 4, Katie Iverson for the Bruins. In lane 5, it's Lydia Well in lane 5 for the Moorhead Spuds, and Ava Owens, the 8th grader, in lane 6. Once again, this is heat 2 of 2 of the 200-yard freestyle. Close battle there in lanes 3 and 4 between Ava Rogers and Katie Iverson. Katie Iverson with maybe a slight advantage by about a second or so. Now Iverson with still holding on to about that 1 second lead here. That's the matchup we're looking at there in lane 2 or lane 3 and 4, excuse me. Lane 5 right in the mix too, as Iverson will flip back and try and build on her slight lead that she has there over Ava Rogers. Iverson will flip. And now Rogers will flip. And I believe that's Lydia Well, who's right behind the first two. In fact, Lydia Well and Ava Rogers are about even right now. And it was maybe a little bit too close to call. I didn't quite see who finished first there. We'll wait for the official times to find out for sure. Katie Iverson for the Fargo South Bruins will finish with a time of 2:05.71. Ava Rogers comes in second with a time of 2:10.92.
Moorhead B, second fastest finishing time, Fargo South A. And your fastest finish the 200-yard
in lane 5 was Lydia Well with 2:12.05. And in lane 4, or no, check that. Lane 1 was Kennedy Olson with 2:12.87.
There'll be 2 heats of this event. Heat 1.
Okay, next up is the women's 200-yard individual medley. 2 heats. Both heats will feature swimmers in all 6 lanes.
That's where you lane 1 for Moorhead. Comes for Zipra. Lane 2 for South, Darby Cuban. Lane 3 for Moorhead, Dakota Kapala. Lane 4 for South, Henry Schmitz. Lane 5 for Moorhead, Jenna Pettigrew. Lane 6 for South, Shelby Hines.
Right now in the lead is Darby Human from Fargo South. And right behind her, McKenna Havarla of the Spuds in lane 3. Callista Zimera of the Spuds in lane 1. Darby Human from Fargo South in lane 2. McKenna Harvala, from the Spuds in lane 3. Haley Schmidt in lane 4 from Fargo South. In lane 5 is Jenna Brendamore from the Spuds and Shelby Vines from Fargo South in lane 6. Lanes 2, 3, and 5 are your top 3 swimmers at the moment. Darby Human and McKenna Havarla pretty much even down there in lanes 2 and 3. Catching up to them on there in lane 5 is Jenna Brendamole. And those 3 turn around at about the same time. In the lead right now in lane 3 is McKenna Havarla of the Spuds. She's a 7th grader. And Moorhead will finish 1-2 with the Bruins coming in at 3. We'll get the official times here in a moment. McKenna Harvala with a time of 2:41.86 in lane 3. 2:42.75 in lane 5 for Jenna Brendamole and for the Spuds. Heat 2 once again, swimmers in all 6 lanes. You have 5 swimmers that are almost dead even here. Looks like lane 5 might be in the lead, if they are, just barely. And that is indeed the case. In lane 5 right now is Sydney Olson, freshman for the Moorhead Spuds. She'll still be in the lead, but just barely. Now you got, keep your eyes on the swimmers in 3, 4, and 5. Moorhead, Fargo South, Moorhead, 3, 4, 5 respectively. As those appear to be your top 3 swimmers at the moment. Moorhead will finish in lane 3 there first. We do have the results, the official results for events 1 and 2. We'll get to those here at the next opportunity. We'll go over the first 5 events in the break that we'll have between while we set up for the diving portion of the broadcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the results of the 200-yard freestyle. Finishing 5th from Fargo South, Sarah Wall. Finishing 4th from Moorhead, Kennedy Olson. In 3rd place from Moorhead, Lydia Welly. In 2nd place from Moorhead, Ava Rogers. And in 1st place for the final time of 2:05.71 from Fargo South, Katie Iverson. Ladies and gentlemen, our next event will be the 50-yard freestyle. There will be 4 heats of this event. Heat 1.
All right, Heat 1 is going to feature swimmers in 2, 3, 4, and 5, all from the Moorhead Spuds.
Take your mark.
Now swimming all from Moorhead in lane 2, Kate Carvel. In lane 3, Abby Speed. In lane 4, Lily Panaton. And in lane 5, Lexi Meyer-Presley.
So once again, you got Kate Carvel here in lane 2, Abby Sneed in lane 3, Lily, I forgot to listen to how he said her last name, in lane 4, and then Lexi Meyer-Crossley in lane 5. Once again, all from the Moorhead Spuds. In first place with a time of 35.98 in lane 5 was Lexi Meyer-Crossley, the freshman for the Spuds. Now Heat 2 will feature 6 swimmers, all from Moorhead.
Take your mark.
And here's your name announcements.
Now swimming all from Moorhead in lane 1, Emily Lopez. In lane 2, Chantel Schmidt. Lane 3, Kate Yarker. Lane 4, Michaela Hay. Lane 5, Betsy Ellison. And lane 6, Cassie Excel.
Lanes 3 and 4 with 5 right on their tail there. That's your top 3 at the moment. And it was too close to call there in lane 3 and 4.
Heat 3.
Heat 3 will feature 3 Spud swimmers and 3 Bruins swimmers in all 6 lanes, alternating with Spuds in lane 1, Bruins in lane 2, Spuds in lane 3, Bruins in lane 4, Spuds in lane 5, Bruins in lane 6. Here's your name announcements. Looks like Moorhead finished that one out in lane 3 there. We'll get the official times in a moment. 29.82 for Callie Berg. Heat 4 will feature 6 swimmers. Spuds in lanes 1, 3, and 5. The Bruins in lanes 2, 4, and 6. Your name announcements coming up here in a moment.
Take your mark.
Isabella Speed, in lane 2 for South, Adriana Calus, lane 3 for Moorhead, Elaine Lemke, lane 4 for South, Michaela Owens, lane 5 for Moorhead, Abby Owensberg, in lane 6
And Moorhead will win that one again in lane 3 there. With a time of 27.41 in lane 3. That is Elena Yonke.
Individual medley. Finishing 5th from Fargo South, Sierra Martin. In 4th place for Moorhead, Becky Howe. Finishing 3rd from Fargo South, Sydney Quibell. In 2nd place for Moorhead, Sydney Olson. And in 1st place for the final time of 2:24.82 for Moorhead, Abby Eichsau.
That's your overall times and winners from the 4 heats. And now we'll take a short timeout as they get set for the diving here. We will take a short break, and then we'll come back and give you the official results of the first 4 events right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network and the ND Sports Channel.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back as they will get the pool set up here for the diving.
Finishing 5th from Fargo South, Nora Becker. In 4th place from Fargo South, Oceana Calhoun. In 3rd place from Fargo South, Michaela Owens. Finishing 2nd from Moorhead, Abby Ellensburg. And in 1st place for the final time of 27.41 for Moorhead, Elena Yonke.
It is Yonke, that's what I thought, so I apologize.
Team scores after the 50-yard freestyle, Fargo South 29, Moorhead 31.
All right, so let's review quickly here the first 4 events. In our first event, it was the 200-yard medley relay, and the team of Darby Human, Michaela Owens, Sierra Martin, and Sydney Quibell would finish first with a time of 2:10.97, scoring 8 points for the Fargo South Bruins. Fargo South would pick up 4 more points with coming in second place with a time of 2:24.59 with the team of Haas, Coolmoose, Vines, and Williams. Moorhead would come in third with a time of 2:07.26 with the team of Hubbard, Rogers, Dealstra, and Kojos. That is your 200-yard medley relay. In the event number 2, the 200-yard freestyle, Katie Iverson qualifying for state, picking up 6 points for the Bruins with a state qualifying time of 2:05.71. Ava Rogers was also qualifying for state with a state qualifying time of 2:10.92 and picking up 4 points for the Bruins. Picking up 3 points for Moorhead was Lydia Well, finishing with a time of 2:12.05. Picking up 2 points for the Spuds was Kennedy Olson with a time of 2:12.87. And picking up 1 point for the Fargo South Bruins, finishing with a time of 2:17.48 was Sarah Wall. And those are your top performers there in the 200-yard freestyle. In event number 3, the 200-yard individual medley, we had 3 state qualifying times. I believe those first 2 don't count. I'm not sure how to, we'll have to clarify that there. But finishing first in the 200-yard individual medley is Abby Eishog from Moorhead, the freshman, with a time of 2:24.82, scoring 6 points for the Spuds. Scoring 4 points for Moorhead was also Sydney Olson, finishing with a time of 2:28.19. Finishing third for Fargo South was Sydney Quibell with a state qualifying time of 2:29.52. Finishing fourth, picking up 2 points for Moorhead, was Maggie Howell with a time of 2:32.23, and then finishing first for Fargo, or not finishing first, finishing fifth and picking up 1 point is what I meant to say, with a time of 2:36.64 was Sierra Martin. And now it's your top swimmers for the 200-yard individual medley. In the 50-yard freestyle, you heard that right as we come back from break. Scoring 6 points for the Moorhead Spuds was Alana Yonke, finishing with a time of 27.41 in first place. In second place was Abby Ellingsberg of the sophomore from Moorhead, finishing with 28.54, a time of 28.54 and picking up 4 points. And then Micaiah Owens finishing in third for the Bruins, the senior, with a time of 29.62, picking up 3 points. Fargo South's Oceana Coolmoose would get 2 points for the Bruins with a time of 31.12, and Fargo South's Nora Becker just slightly behind Coolmoose with a time of 31.14, picking up a single point there for Fargo South. And through 4 events, Moorhead leads Fargo South just by a little bit, edging them out 31-29. We'll take another timeout, and when we come back, we'll have event number 5. It's the diving portion of our swim meet here from Fargo South High School on the ND Sports Channel. Mike Mason with you. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll be right back here in a moment.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Download Game Time today.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews. Who's moving on to play college softball? All right, we'll come out of that break a little bit sooner here.
Skyroot, Moorhead, 301C, Riverside, top 1.6.
All right. We are ready now. We just got the list of the divers and the dives that they're going to be doing. We're on round 1.
2640, Darling, South, 301C, reverse dive, tuck, 1.6.
Kieran Darling, degree of difficulty 1.6, reverse dive tuck. And score 24. Anna Gatorsson from Fargo South. Degree of difficulty 1.6 on a reverse 1 somersault tuck. Single somersault tuck, excuse me. $23.20. Lizzie Noel is the next diver. Degree of difficulty is 1.7 on reverse dive pike. $28.05. Mackenzie Rhodey. Reverse dive pike, degree of difficulty 1.7.
That is award 32-30. Beginning our second round of diving.
Round 2.
103C, forward,
Jackie Moe.
somersault, tuck, 1.6.
Forward 1.5 somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 1.6.
Dive 103C, forward, 1.5 somersault, tuck.
$20.00. Sydney Scalvold from Moorhead. Degree of difficulty 1.7. So forward 1.5 somersault pike. Nice dive there for a 27.20. Kieran Darling for the Bruins, degree of difficulty 1.7, a forward 1.5 somersault pike. Same dive as the last diver. $24.65. Anna Gatorsson from the Fargo South Bruins will be doing the same dive, degree of difficulty 1.7. Forward 1.5 somersault pike. $28.05. Your next diver is going to be Lizzie Noel from the Moorhead Spuds. Degree of difficulty on this dive is 2.1. It's a reverse 1.5 somersault tuck. $28.35. Mackenzie Rhodey from Fargo South. There you go. If you didn't hear it in the background, reverse 1.5 somersault tuck. 28.35 on that dive there for Rhodey. Now head on to the round 3. Jackie Mound. Degree of difficulty 1.7. It's a forward single somersault with a half twist free.
Judges award
24.65.
Moorhead, 402
Sydney
C,
Scalvo.
somersault tuck,
1.6 degree difficulty on an inward single somersault tuck. Nicely done there for a score of 27.20. Kieran Darling from Fargo South. Degree of difficulty is 2.2. It's a forward double somersault tuck.
Judges award 38.50.
38.50 on the dive there. Now Anna Gatorsum. 2.2, a forward double somersault tuck. $37.40 on that one. Lizzie Newell from the Spuds. Degree of difficulty 1.9. A forward single somersault, one twist free. $31.35. Mackenzie Rohde, degree of difficulty 2.2. It's a forward double somersault tuck. That'll wrap up round 3. It's going to total of 6 rounds here in the diving. Round 4, Jackie Mound, 1.9 degree of difficulty on a forward single somersault twist free. Still waiting on the score here.
Judges award 760. Scowroot, Moorhead, 403C, inward, 1.5 somersault, tuck, 2.2.
Sangvold with a back dive pike. Degree of difficulty 1.6. $35.20 on that dive there.
Darling, south, 5221D.
Kieran Darling,
Half twist, free,
degree of difficulty
1.7.
2.2, an inward 1.5 somersault tuck. $26.35. Anna Gatorsum from the Bruins. Degree of difficulty on this dive is 2.2. It's an inward 1.5 somersault tuck. 27.55 for Gatorsum. Lizzie Noel from Moorhead. Degree of difficulty 2.2. It's an inward 1.5 somersault tuck. $38.50 for Noel. Mackenzie Rohde from Fargo South. Degree of difficulty on this dive is 2.3. It's a backward 1.5 somersault pike. $36.30. That'll complete round 5. Or that will complete round 4, excuse me. And I think I read off dives from round 5 for round 4. My bad. That's mistake 1. $16.10 on that dive there. Now all the dives that I mentioned last time these divers are up, that's the dives they're doing this time. This is a back dive pike, degree difficulty 1.6. Skagvold of the Spuds. $25.60. Kieran Darling from Fargo South, degree of difficulty 2.2, an inward 1.5 somersault tuck. $29.70 there for Darling. Anna Gatorsum from Fargo South, 2.2 degree difficulty on an inward 1.5 somersault tuck. $39.60 for Gatorsum. Lizzie Noel from Moorhead. Degree of difficulty is 2.2 on an inward 1.5 somersault tuck. $33.00. Mackenzie Rohde of the Bruins. Degree of difficulty on this one is 2.3 on a backward 1.5 somersault pike. $40.25, and that will wrap up round 5.
Beginning our 6th round of diving. On South, 201C.
Jackie Mong from Fargo South, 1.5 on a back dive tuck. 1650 on that dive there for Mount. Now Scavold for the Spuds. Degree of difficulty is 1.9. It's a forward single somersault, one twist free. Nice dive there. Scores are 29.45. Kieran Darling from Fargo South Bruins. Degree of difficulty 1.5 on a back dive tuck. Darnell scored 21.75. Anna Goodtorsom from the Bruins. Degree of difficulty is 1.7 on a backward single somersault straight. .90 for Goodtorsom. Lizzie Noel for the Spuds. Degree of difficulty is 2.0 on a backward 1.5 somersault tuck. .2800 on our final diver will be Mackenzie Rohde for Fargo South High School. Degree of difficulty is 2.4 on an inward 1.5 somersault pike. Nice dive there by Rohde. He'll score a 43.20 and that'll wrap up the diving section portion of our broadcast here. Take about a 10-minute break here so we can reset the pool. A little beyond 10 minutes. So they'll set up the pool and then the swimmers will get a 10-minute warm-up and then we'll get back to event number 6, which will be the women's 100-yard butterfly. We'll be back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Download Game Time today.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship, It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a number one draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
All right, welcome back here. Swimmers have a warm-up at 6:34 right now. We'll get the next event started in about 8 minutes from now at 6:42. Let's go over the final results here for the diving. You got Mackenzie Rohde coming in first with 214.50. Lizzie Newell with 187.25. Anna Gatorsum with 184.70. Sydney Scarew with 171.05. And I do apologize as that was misspelled on the previous piece of paper that I had. So Scarew with 171.05. Kieran Darling from Fargo South with 164.95. And Jackie Maug from Fargo South with a score of 106.45 rounds out your diving competition. In our post-meet show, we'll go over all the results for all the swimmers. Coming up next here is event number 6 will be the 100-yard butterfly, and then event 7 will be the 100-yard freestyle. We'll have 1 heat of event 6 and 3 heats of event 7, and then we'll move on to event 8, which will be the 500-yard freestyle. We'll have 2 heats of that. And then event 9 will be the 200-yard freestyle, and that'll feature 2 heats of swimmers as well. Event number 10 on the evening will be the 100-yard backstroke, and that'll have 3 heats. Event number 11 will be 3 heats of the 100-yard breaststroke. And then the final event of the night will be the 400-yard freestyle relay, and we'll have 2 heats of that as well. So Once again, the swimmers doing warm-ups right now, and the next event starting here at 6:42. That is approximately 6 minutes away. We'll take another timeout and be back in about 6 minutes here with the conclusion of the swim meet here on the ND Sports Channel.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Download Game Time today.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life. Just a reminder, Kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
All right, welcome back. We're about a minute away from getting things restarted here, and it'll be event number 6 on the evening. Once again, 12 events total.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event will be the 100-yard butterfly. There will be 1 heat of this event. Heat 1.
The Spuds, lanes 1, 3, and 6. And they're off. And your name announcements coming up now.
Now swimming off the Moorhead in lane 1, Jenna Brotherpool. In lane 3, Courtney Beaver. In lane 6, Laura Gingrich.
Once again, in lane 1 here on the near side of your screen is Jenna Brendamo. Courtney Harbour in lane 3 and Laura Gingrich in lane 6. .37.61 for Courtney Haber, the 8th grader from Moorhead. Jenna Brendamo will finish in lane 1 with a time of 1:09.84. And over in the far lane in lane 6, waiting for the official time to pop up. Hasn't popped up yet, but I'm guessing it's right around 1:22-ish. Now the 100-yard freestyle. Swimmers in the lanes 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All for the Moorhead Spuds.
Take your mark.
And
your name announcements are now.
Now swimming off the Moorhead in lane 2, Hazel Beaversmacher. In lane 3, Chantal Schmidt. In lane 4, Lily Pennington. In lane 5, Abby Sneed. And in lane 6, Katie Carvel.
All right, so once again, in lane 2, you got Hazel Beaversmacher, Chantal Schmidt, Lily Pamaton, Abby Sneed, and Kate Carvel in lanes 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, respectively. Once again, if you're just joining us, lane 1 is on the near bottom side of your screen. Lane 6 is on the far side, upper portion of your screen. Chantel Schmidt, the junior for the Spuds, currently in the lead. She'll flip and come back. Right behind her is Lily Pamaton. Once again, swimmers in lanes 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, all for the Moorhead Spuds. 100-yard freestyle. And right around a time of about 1:19 unofficially there. I guess I was a little off on that. 1:24.09 is the time that popped up. Thought it was a little bit sooner than that, but we'll go with 1:24.09. that will finish up Heat 1 of the 100-yard freestyle. Heat 2 will be the Spuds in lanes 1, 3, and 5, and the Bruins in lanes 2, 4, and 6. Lexi Ellison in lane 1, Abby Gatornsom in lane 2, Anika Huber in lane 3, Haley Schmidt in lane 4, Greta Borklin in lane 5, and Oceana Coolmoose in lane 6.
So in lane 1 for Moorhead, Lexi Ellison. In lane 2 for South, Abby Thompson. Lane 3 for Moorhead, Annika Hacker. Lane 4 for South, Haley Schmidt. Lane 5 for Moorhead, Greta Borklin. In lane 6 for South, Oceana Coolmoose.
Lane 3 in the lead with lanes 5 and 6 right almost dead even for second. Flipping first there in lane 3 is Anika Haber for the Spuds, an 8th grader. And it'll be lane 365 as 1, 2, 3. Heat 3 of 3 will feature the Spuds in lanes 1, 3, and 5, and the Bruins in lanes 2, 4, and 6. McKenna Harvala in lane 1, Sierra Martin in lane 2, Ava Rogers in lane 3, Katie Iverson in lane 4, Kennedy Olson in lane 5, and Sarah Wall in lane 6. Okay, so apparently Olson and Harvala switched, according to my sheet. They're flip-flopped. So Harvala in lane 5, Olson in lane 1. Katie Iverson, the sophomore for the Bruins. Looks like she'll finish this one off here, and she will. Time at 29.92. On that portion of it, and a total time of 57.34.
In second place for Moorhead, Jenna Brandenburg. And in first place for the final time of 109.84 for Moorhead, Courtney Hackerer.
Two state qualifying times for Katie Iverson and Sierra Martin in the 100-yard freestyle. Iverson with a time of 57.34 and Martin with a time of 1 minute .70. Both qualify for state on those times. Event 8, the women's 500-yard freestyle. Heat 1 of 2. Swimmers in lanes 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And your name announcements.
In lane 2, Callie Berg. In lane 3, Aubrey Rogers. Lane 4, Liv Dienstra. Lane 5, Betsy Steiger, and in lane 6, Lily Chose.
Callie Berg in lane 2, Aubrey Rogers in lane 3, Liv Dielstra in lane 4, Betsy Steiger in lane 5, and Lily Chose in lane 6. And Chose appears to be in the lead right now. over up in lane 6. Lane 6 and 4 are currently in first and second, with lane 3 looking to take over that second place spot here. It's close there between 1, 2, and 3. Rogers, Dealstraw, and Chose, your top 3 swimmers at the moment. It appears here that Aubrey Rogers may have taken the lead. We'll see how Rogers and Chose finish up here on this leg of it. And Rogers will turn first. Chose right behind her. And right in the mix there in lane 4 is Liv Dealstraw. Approximately 225 there on the turn by Rogers. Once again, Rogers and Chose there in lanes 3 and 6. Leading the way, but Rogers with a little bit of an advantage here. We'll see if Chose can catch up in lane 6 or not. Rogers increasing her lead with every trip down the pool. Joe's still in second place over there in lane 6. Once again, these are all Moorhead Spuds swimming in heat 1. And Aubrey Rogers, the senior, just taking command here and leading the way. Rogers will finish with an unofficial time of about 6:10. .627-ish on lane 6 there for Chose. .6:10.62 the official time for Aubrey Rogers. Liv Dealstra on lane 4 finishes with a time of 6:15.30. Heat 2 will feature the Spuds in lanes 1, 3, and 5, and the Bruins in lanes 2, 4, and 6. And your name announcements.
So we lane 1 for Moorhead, Cindy Olson. In lane 2 for South, Madeline Hawks. In lane 3 for Moorhead, Lydia Belly. In lane 4 for South, Cindy Quibell. Lane 5 for Moorhead, Elena Yunke. And in lane 6 for South, Darby Human.
Once again, your swimmers in lanes 1, 3, and 5 for the Spuds. Sydney Olson, Lydia Well, and Alana Yonke. In lanes 2, 4, and 6 for the Bruins, Madeline Haas, Sydney Quibell, and Darby Human. Sydney Quibell, the junior for Fargo South, appears to have a slight lead there in lane 4. And she will indeed turn first. With lane 5 right behind her, that's Alana Yonke of the Spuds. She got Quibell and Yonke in the 1 and 2 positions right now. Lydia Well right in the mix there in the number 3 spot as well. Well, will turn first and get a slightly larger lead here. We'll see if Yonke can catch up there in lane 5. Right now, Yonke does appear to be catching up. We'll see who flips first down at the other end there. And just barely by tenths of a second there, Quibell would flip first. And it does appear that she has a slight advantage there over Yonke in lane 5. Quibell and Yonke coming in, and Quibell will turn first, Yonke right behind her. I won't forget about in lane 3 there, Lydia Well. Yonke and Quibell are neck and neck, and Quibell will, that's about a dead even turn there for both of them. And it looks like Yonke will take the lead there on the turn at the wall. But Quibell may have gotten a better push off, and now Yankees catching up. And once again, they're neck and neck coming in on this leg of the race. And it looks like, and now it's more than looks like, it has been Yankee taking the lead now. Yankee over in lane 5, as it seems that Fargo South slowing down a little bit there in lane 4. Well, trying to catch up, but Yankee's gonna finish first here as they near the final portion of this race. Once again, it's heat 2 of the 500-yard freestyle. About 2 more trips up and down the pool there for Yankee and Quibell. And Yankee has taken the lead. And she's taken a commanding lead. And she will finish first. Yankee, time of 5:36, 5:35, 5:36, right in that general area. We'll get the official time here in a moment. Maddie Haas will swim in, touch the wall, and that will complete heat 2 of the 500-yard freestyle. That was a good race there between Quibell and Quibell and Yankee there for the first 12, 13, 14, 15 laps down the pool there, and then Yankee would get a lead and not give it up, and Quibell would just run out of a little bit of energy there to keep up with Yankee. 5:45.92, the time for Yankee officially in lane 5.
There will be 2 heats in this event. Heat 1.
And we had 1 state qualifying time. Sydney Quibell with a time of 5:51.80 for Fargo South. Event 9, the 200-yard freestyle relay. Spuds in lanes 2, 3, 4, and 5.
In lane 4, Moorhead E to Yorkwood, Yarmore, Myers, and Mason. And in lane 5, Moorhead G to Speed, Hedron, Beasley, and Carvel.
Lane 4, the team of Borkland, Yarber, Myers, and Eishog are currently in the lead.
Hey, is Elena over there? Lydia, you're going last. You're going last. Good job. Elena, is she good? Elena's third, you're fourth.
Now conclude heat 1 of 2 of the 200-yard freestyle relay. Coming in first in lane 2 with a time of 2:10:37. The team of Gingrich, Sarian, Ellefson, and Schmidt. Right now Moorhead leading 67-54 prior to the start of event number 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the last team disqualification, lane 5, false start.
Hey, Ned.
So Sneed, Pamaton, Carvel, and not sure how to pronounce that last one. I pronounced it earlier. That team gets disqualified for a false start over in lane 5. Heat 2 of the 200-yard freestyle relay will feature Moorhead in lanes 1, 3, and 5, and Fargo South in 2 and 4. Moorhead in lanes 3 and 5, top 2 teams at the moment. Looks like Moorhead in lane 5 may have taken the lead there, or taken the win, I should say. Get the official times in about 1 to 2 seconds here, and they did indeed take the win with a time of 151.61. Lane 3 with 152.64. Lane 4 with 155.01. Lane 4, or check that, lane 1 with 155.62. And now lane 2 just finishing up here with a total time of, still calculating it, 2:17:49.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last team disqualification, lane 2, exchange violation.
Lane 2 was disqualified.
Freestyle, finishing 5th from Fargo South, Darby Huben. Finishing fourth for Moorhead, Sydney Olson. In third place for Moorhead, Leo Belly.
And now after 9 events, the Fargo South Bruins will take the lead back 67-62. They lead by 5 right now. Oh wait, check that. My bad, it was 67-62 in favor of Moorhead.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event will be a 100-yard backstroke. There'll be 3 heats in this event. Heat 1.
The women's 100-yard backstroke. Heat 1 of 3. Swimmers in lanes 2, 3, and 4. All from Moorhead. And here's your name announcements.
Swimming all for Moorhead. In lane 2, Costa Zimra. In lane 3, Emily Lippett. And in lane 4, Bryn Sarion.
Once again, Callista Zimra in lane 2, Emily Lippett in lane 3, and Bryn Sarion in lane 4. Looks like Sarion might have a slight lead here, but it's going to be close between Sarion and Zimra. Sarion will take the lead. She'll turn first here at the wall, and we'll see if Zimra, excuse me, can get a push off and maybe get back some of that distance that she lost. Zimra and Lippett, sophomores. Sarion, an 8th grader for Moorhead. Sarion in the lead. Over in lane 4 there with Zimra in lane 2. Not too far behind her. She'll finish with a time of 1:22:38. So the 8th grader, Bryn Sarion, finishes with a time of 1:22:38. And in second place with a time of 1:26:68 is Callista Zimra, and then Emily Lippett. Let's try that again. Emily Lippett with a time of 1:36:58. Heat 2. Spuds in lanes 1, 3, and 5. Bruins in lanes 2 and 4. For the Bruins, it's Nora Becker and Aaliyah Greenberg. For the Spuds, it's Abby Ellingsberg, Aubrey Rogers, and Michaela Haig. Looks like Rogers for the Spuds has the lead right now. She will turn first, and turning second over in lane 5 is Michaela Haig, junior from Moorhead. Rogers will reach the wall and spin around, and so will Haig on lane 5. Now in lane 2 here is Nora Becker from Fargo South, appears to be in third. And Rogers will hit the wall with a time of 1:15:25. And over in lane 5 with a time of 1:20:08 is Michaela Haig. And in lane 4 is Leah Greenberg, finishing with a time of 1:27:77 in fourth. Lane 1 was third place there. Abby Ellingsberg for the Spuds with a time of 1:23:47. Heat 3, Spuds in lanes 1, 3, and 5. Bruins in lanes 2, 4, and 6.
Myers in lane 2 for South,
And Maggie Howe will touch the ball first, come back the other way in lane 3 here for the Moorhead Spuds. She is a freshman. Abby Eishog in lane 5 in a close spot for second, both for the Spuds. Eishog in 5 and Howe in 3. Nearly neck and neck as they reach the other end of the pool there. And Eishog will turn just moments after Howe does. Howe will increase her lead by a little bit here, and she'll win it. Unofficial time of about 109-ish. 106.49, and then lane 5 with a time of 108.92, finishing second was Abby Eishog. Finishing third in lane 1 was Abby Ellingsbury with a time of 1:15.58. Finishing fourth with a time of 1:21.06 in lane 4 was Ava Owens, and finishing.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the last heat, disqualification, lane 1, turn violation.
Lane 1 is disqualified, so they will not finish third, as I mentioned a second or so ago. And
finishing with your third fastest time, Fargo South A. Finishing second, Moorhead A. And with your fastest finishing time, with a time of 1:51.61, Moorhead B, the team of Maggie Howe, Aubrey Rogers, Elena Youngke, and Sydney Olson.
I'll wrap up event number 10. And event 11, heat 1 of 3, the 100-yard breaststroke.
Next event is the 100-yard breaststroke.
Spuds in lanes 2, 3, and 4. Lane 4, Greta Borklin. Lane 3, Lexi Meyer-Crossley. And I'll let the PA announcer tell you who was in lane 2.
Now swimming all the Moorhead in lane 2, Hazel Bielsbacher. In lane 3, Lexi Meyer-Crossley. And in lane 4, Greta Borklin.
Hazel Bielsbacher. Looks like Borklin might have the slight advantage there in lane 4. The two swimmers about even. Borklin will turn first, and the next two swimmers will turn at about the same time. So Greta Borklin, the 8th grader from Moorhead, is currently in the lead here with Lexi Meyer-Crossley and Hazel Bielsbacher. Bielsbacher in lane 2 appears to be trailing right now, with Meyer-Crossley in second. And Borklin will flip around, then Meyer-Crossley, and now Bielsbacher, excuse me. Once again, it's the 100-yard breaststroke, event 11 of 12. And this is heat 1 of 3 in event 11. Event 12 will have 2 heats. Greta Borklin will win that one with a time of 1:46.02. Lexi Meyer-Crossley will come in second with a time of 1:50.74. And Hazel Bielsbacher will come in with a time of 1:55.91. Heat 2, Spuds in lanes 2 and 3, and Fargo South in lane 4. Katie Arbor and Cassie Eishog in lanes 2 and 3. Allison Closey in 4 for the Spuds, or for the Bruins.
Take your mom.
So in lane 2 for Moorhead, Katie Arbor.
Yarber appears to have the lead, or at least it's pretty much neck and neck there between Yarber and Icehog, and then Closey. Oops, apologize for the camera there. Katie Yarber in first right now with her teammate, Cassie Icehog, trailing just slightly behind. Allison Closely now flipping around here. And finishing first there will indeed be Katie Yarber. With a time of 1:41.01, and then in second there with a time of 1:43.80 from Moorhead is Cassie Icehog, and then Katie Yarber will be finishing up here in a few seconds. And then we'll get ready for heat 3 of 3 here of the 100-yard breaststroke. And that'll feature 6 swimmers in all 6 lanes. Let's finish up with a time of, not sure, hasn't populated yet on the scoreboard, 2:16.85. There we go. The Spuds in lanes 1, 3, and 5. The Bruins in lanes 2, 4, and 6. You got Isabel Sneed for the Spuds in lane 1. Abby Gatorsum in lane 2 for the Bruins. Lily Chos in lane 3 for the Spuds. Micaiah Owens in lane 4 for the Bruins. Liv Dielstra in lane 5 for the Spuds. And Audrey Komrosky in lane 7, or lane 6, excuse me, for Fargo South. Komrosky is 7th grader, and that's how I got lane 7 there. Lily Chos and Michaela Owens almost even there in lanes 3 and 4. And Chos will turn first, with Owens right behind her. So it's lanes 3 and 4 there, the matchup you want to watch. Also in lane 5, kind of right in the mix there, is Liv Dielstra for the Spuds. Lily Chos will touch first, followed by Owens, and then Dielstra. So Lily Chos for the Spuds, the junior, finishing with a time of 1:22.45. In second place with a time of 1:23.53 in lane 4 was Micaiah Owens. And then in lane 5 with a time of 1:27.22, finishing third was Lev Dielstra. Finishing fourth in lane 1 with a time of 1:31.75 was Isabel Sneed. And finishing in lane 6 with a time of still working on that final time there for Audrey Komrosky, who finished in lane 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last heat, disqualification, lane 6, stroke violation.
So lane 6 will not have a tie. They'll be DQ'd on a stroke violation.
Stroke, finishing 5th for Fargo South, Ashley Jean Williams.
And that'll wrap up event number 11.
In third place for Fargo South, Ada Owens. Finishing second for Moorhead, Abby Eichhaug. And in first place with the final time of 106.49 for Moorhead, Maggie Howe.
So Moorhead heading into the final event will be leading 88-73.
Fifth for Fargo South, Abby Thompson. In fourth place for Moorhead, Isabel Sneed. In third place for Moorhead, Liv Dielstra. In second place for Fargo South, Michaela Owens. And in first place in the final time of 122.45 for Moorhead, Lily Chose. Ladies and gentlemen, our final event this evening will be the 400-yard freestyle relay. There will be 2 heats in this event. Heat 1.
So Moorhead will swim alone in lane 3 here. Cassie Eichhaug will be the first swimmer in the relay, followed by Lexi Meyer-Crossley. Hazel Bitzbacher. I wrote that down somewhere on my page here. And then Katie Carvella. Once again, it's the final event of the evening, the 400-yard freestyle relay. This is Heat 1. Heat 2 will feature Moorhead in lanes 1, 3, and 5, and Fargo South in lanes 2, 4, and 6. Heat 1 features the lone team of Moorhead in lane 3 right now. Yeah. Sorry about the camera there. That's Lexi Meyer-Crossley who's taken off here. Second swimmer of 4 in the Heat 1 of 2 here for Moorhead, lane 3. 3 minutes, 21 seconds and counting into the race now. It's more of a race against time than it is a race against other swimmers here in this one here. All right, so we were behind a swimmer there, and I apologize. This is Kate Carvel now. The last swimmer was Hazel Beatsbacher. There we go. And then the one before that was Lexi Meyer Crossley. Unofficial time of 6:05 there. (6:05.82) to be exact. So that'll be the time the next 6 teams need to beat. Once again, in Heat 2, Moorhead in lanes 1, 3, and 5. Fargo South in lanes 2, 4, and 6. Lanes 2, 3, and 4 there. South Moorhead and South pretty much right on, and catching up in lane 5 is Moorhead as well. Lanes 1 and 6 have fallen a little bit behind. So right now the top 4 swimmers are almost dead even there in lanes 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next swimmers will take off here in a moment. Fargo South has a slight lead in lane 4. Moorhead possibly catching up in lane 5 there as they turn at about the same time. And now Moorhead in lane 3 is catching up as well. This will be a close one here. See who turns first. Lane 5, lane 4, lane 3. Moorhead with the increasing their lead in lane 5 here. Fargo South holding on to a slight edge at number 2 in lane 4. now it appears on the turn there that Moorhead may have taken the second place spot as well in lane 3. And Moorhead will indeed have first and second, with Fargo South in third there in lane 4. Fargo South trying to catch up there, and that's close. Moorhead may have gotten a better push off on the turn there in lane 3. Moorhead has it at the moment in lane 5, but it's a battle for second between South and Moorhead in lanes 4 and 3. And those two lanes take off. They launch off their pad at about the same time. And now Fargo South looking to take the lead there in lane 4. It's neck and neck in 4 and 5 there for the South of Bruins and the Moorhead Spuds. Looks like the Bruins might have a very slight advantage there. And Fargo South will indeed, at the moment, take the lead there in lane 4. Fargo South still with the lead. On the push-off, they gain a little bit of space. Crowd's getting into this one here. And Fargo South will win it. Not by much though, by about 2 seconds. Fargo South finishes in first in lane 4 with a time of 3:58. And Moorhead in lane 4 with a time of 4:01:03, and in lane 5, 4:01:75. Lanes 1, 2, and 6 still trying to finish up here. All right, that'll wrap up the 12 events here. We'll get the final results for event number 12. We'll take a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have our post-meet show and go over all the results for all the events for every swimmer and get you all caught up, and then we'll wrap this thing up here from Fargo South High School and get you set for our upcoming broadcast here tomorrow. And we'll tell you more about that here in a little bit.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Download Game Time today.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back here to Fargo South High School as we wrap up this event here, and Moorhead gets the edge over Fargo South, just barely though. 88-85 your final in favor of the Spuds, so congratulations to Moorhead there. We'll go over all the results for every swimmer in all 12 events, and we'll start right now as we wrap up our post-game. We start the wrap-up of our post-game, let's put it that way. Post-meet, I should say. Back in event 1, it was a 200-yard medley relay, and it was the team of Human, Owens, Martin, and Cobell picking up 8 points for Fargo South, finishing with an overall time of 2:10.97. Fargo South will also finish second with the team of Haas, Coolmoose, Vines, and Williams with a time of 2:24.59, picking up 4 points. Other teams, Moorhead, team of Haber, Rogers, Dealstra, and Chos with a time of 2:07.26. Moorhead's team of Brendamule, Ellingsburg, Harvala, and Huber with a time of 2:14.07. Moorhead's team of Berg, Sneed, Sarion, and Gingrich with a time of 2:24.20. Moorhead's team of Borkland, Schmidt, Hegg, and Pamantuan with a time of 2:35.79. Moorhead's team of Ellison, Zimmeross, Steiger, and Sneed with a time of 2:38.87, and Moorhead's team of Lippett, Yarber, Myers, and Meyer-Crossley with a time of 2:41, and that would be the 200-yard medley, event number 1 in our broadcast. Event number 2 was the 200-yard freestyle, and Fargo South's Katie Iverson would get a state qualifying time of 2:05.71, picking up 6 points for the Bruins, and then Ava Rogers from Moorhead would get 4 points with a time of 2:10.92. Lydia Well would finish third with 2:12.05, picking up 3 points for the Spuds. Kennedy Olson with Moorhead would finish fourth with a time of 2:12.87, picking up 2 points for the Spuds. And Sarah Wall with a time of 2:17.48 would pick 1 point up for Fargo South. Other swimmers in the 200-yard freestyle in 6 through 11 order. Courtney Harbour with a time of 2:17.76. Annika Haber with a time of 2:28.22. Betsy Steiger with a time of 2:28.58. Bryn Sariam with a time of 2:31.45. Ava Owens with a time of 2:38.72. And Audrey Komrosky of Fargo South with a time of 3:04.99. Through 2 events, Fargo South would lead Moorhead 19-9. We'd head to event number 3, the 200-yard individual medley. And it'd be Abby Eishag of Moorhead picking up 6 points for the Spuds with a time of 2:24.82. Sydney Olson picking up 4 points for the Spuds with a time of 2:28.19, finishing second. Finishing third for Fargo South was Sydney Quabell with a state qualifying time of 2:29.52 and picking up 3 points for the Bruins. Maggie Howe of Moorhead would finish with a time of 2:32.23, picking up 2 points for the Spuds. And Sierra Martin would pick up 1 more point for Fargo South, finishing in fifth with a time of 2:36.64. Other swimmers 6 through 12 for the 200-yard individual medley would include McKenna Harvala with a time of 2:41.86. Jenna Brendamule with a time of 2:42.75 for Moorhead. Darby Human with a time of 2:44.63 for the Bruins. Madeline Haas with a time of 2:54.34 for the Bruins. Haley Schmidt with a time of 3:05.14 for the Bruins. Callista Zamara with a time of 3:05.61 for Moorhead, and Shelby Vines with a time of 3:17.70 for Fargo South. And through 3 events, Fargo South would lead Moorhead 23-21. Event 4 was the 50-yard freestyle. And Alana Yonke of Moorhead would finish first, picking up 6 points for the Spuds with a time of 27:41. Abby Ellingsberg for Moorhead would pick up 4 points for the Spuds with a time of 28:54. Mikhail Owens finishing third for Fargo South, picking up 3 points for the Bruins with a time of 29:62. Finishing fourth for the Spuds was Callie Berg with a time of 29.82. Laura Gingrich from Moorhead, the senior, with a time of 30.67. Oceana Coolmoose for the Bruins, picking up 2 points for Fargo South with a time of 31.12. Right behind her was her teammate Nora Becker with a time of 31.14, picking up 1 more point for the Bruins. Other swimmers, 7 through 22 in the 500-yard freestyle. Nora Becker, Fargo South. Check that. I meant to say 8 through 22. Let's start with 8 through 22. Isabel Sneed of Moorhead with a time of 31.72. Michaela Haig of Moorhead with a time of 31.79. Bella Myers of Moorhead with a time of 31.99. Katie Arbor of Moorhead with a time of 32.10. Aaliyah Greenberg of Fargo South with a time of 32.19. Lexi Ellison of Moorhead with a time of 32.45. Chantel Schmidt of Moorhead with a time of 33.80. Allison Closey of Fargo South with a time of 35.60. Ashley Jean Williams of Fargo South with a time of 35.83. Lexi Meyer Crossley of Moorhead with a time of 35.98. Abby Sneed of Moorhead with a time of 36.94. Emily Lippett of Moorhead with a time of 37.07. Lily Pamaton with Moorhead with a time of 37.35. Cassie Icehog with Moorhead with a time of 37.45. And Kate Carville of Moorhead with a time of 46.50. And through 4 events, Moorhead would take the lead at 31-29 over the Bruins. Then we'd head to the diving. And your overall scores for the diving. Mackenzie Rohde of Fargo South would win the diving portion of our broadcast with a total of 214.50. Coming in second was Lizzie Noel of Moorhead with a total of 187.25. Anna Gatorsum of Fargo South third with a score of 184.70. Sydney Scaroo of Moorhead with a time of with a point total, I should say, of 171.05, finishing fourth. Kieran Darling of Fargo South finishing fifth with a point total of 164.95, and Jackie Mao of Fargo South finishing sixth with a point total of 106.45. That'd be the diving portion of our contest. We'd move ahead into event 7. And Katie Iverson of Fargo South would finish first, picking up 6 points for the Bruins and a state qualifying time of 57.34. Ava Rogers would finish second, picking up 4 points for the Spuds with a time of 1 minute 0.04. Sierra Martin would finish third for the Bruins with a state qualifying time of 1 minute 0.70, picking up 3 points for the Bruins. Picking up 2 more points for the Spuds was Kennedy Olson, finishing with a time of 101.42, and picking up another point for the Bruins was Sarah Wall with a time of 102.99. Other swimmers in the 100-yard freestyle, 6 through 17. McKenna Harvala with a time of 104.07. Annika Harbour with Moorhead with a time of 108.30. Oceana Coolmiss of Fargo South with a time of 109.32. Moorhead's Greta Borklin with a time of 109.73. Fargo South's Haley Schmidt with a time of 110.78. Lexi Ellison of Moorhead with a time of 113.61. Fargo South's Abby Katorsum with a time of 114.24. Moorhead's Chantel Schmidt with a time of 119.40. Moorhead's Lily Pamaton with a time of 124.09. Abby Sneed of Moorhead with a time of 125.40. And Hazel Beatsbacher of Moorhead with a 127.73 time. And Moorhead's Katie Carvel would wrap up the swimmers with a time of 154.72. And after 7 events, it would be Moorhead 56, Fargo South 49. Event 8 was the 500-yard freestyle. And Elena Yonke would take 6 points for the Spuds. She would finish with a time of 5:45.92. Fargo South Sydney Quibble would get a state qualifying time of 5:51.80, picking up 4 points for the Bruins. Moorhead's Lydia Well would get a time of 5:52.34, picking up 3 points for the Spuds. Aubrey Rogers would get a time of 6:10.62. Sydney Olson of Moorhead would pick up 2 points for the Spuds with a time of 6:12.05. Liv Dielstra of Moorhead, 6:15.30 was her time. And then Fargo South's Darby Human with picking up 1 point for the Bruins with a time of 6:17.70. Other swimmers, 8 through 11, Lily Chose for Moorhead, 6:27.36 was her time. Moorhead's Betsy Steiger, 6:39.30. Moorhead's Callie Berg with 6:50.76, and Fargo South's Madeline Haas with a time of 6:57.70. And through 8 events, Moorhead would lead 67-54. Heading into event 9 was the 200-yard freestyle relay. Fargo South's team of Nora Becca, Katie Iverson, and Michaela Owens and Sarah Wall would pick up 8 points for the Bruins, finishing with a time of 1:55.01. Other swimmers for Moorhead, the team of Maggie Howe, Aubrey Rogers, and Elena Yonke and Sydney Olson finished with a time of 1:51.61. Moorhead's team of Ava Rogers, Abby Eishog, Kennedy Olson, and Lydia Well finished with a time of 1:52.64. Moorhead's team of Abby Ellingsberg, Liv Dielstra, McKenna Harvala, and Lily Chose finished with a time of 1:55.62. Moorhead's team of Laura Gingrich, Bryn Sarion, Lexi Ellison, I think I said that wrong and I apologize, and then Chantel Schmidt finished with a time of 2:10.37. Moorhead's team of Greta Borkland, Katie Yarber, Bella Myers, and Cassie Eishog finished with a time of 2:10.46. Moorhead's team of Isabel Sneed, Betsy Steiger, Callista Zimra, and Emily Lippett finished with a time of 2:11.51. Fargo South's team of Abby Gatorsum, Allison Closey, Audrey Komrosky, and Oceana Kuomus would be disqualified, and Moorhead's team of Abby Sneed, Lily Pamaton, and Hazel Beatsbacher and Kate Carville would also be disqualified in the 200-yard freestyle relay. And after 9 events, Moorhead would lead Fargo South 67-62. Event 10 was the 100-yard backstroke, and that would be won by Moorhead's Maggie Howe, picking up 6 points and a time of 1:06.49. Abby Eishog would finish second with a time of 1:08.92, picking up 4 more points for the Spuds. Moorhead's Aubrey Rogers would finish with a time of 1:15.25. Fargo South's Nora Becker would finish with a time of 1:19.91. Michaela Haig of Moorhead would finish with a time of 1:20.08, and Fargo South's Ava Owens with a time of 1:21.06 would pick up 3 points for the Bruins. Moorhead's Bryn Sarion would finish with a time of 1:22.38. Moorhead's Abby Ellingsberg would finish with a time of 1:23.47. Moorhead's Callista Zimra would finish with a time of 1:26.68. Fargo South's Shelby Vines would finish with a time of 1:26.96 and pick up 2 points for the Bruins. Fargo South's Aaliyah Greenberg would finish with a time of 1:27.77. And then Fargo South's Ashley Jean Williams would finish with a time of 1:32.51, picking up 1 point for the Bruins. Moorhead's Emily Lippett would finish with a time of 1:36.58, and Moorhead's Bella Myers would be disqualified in the 100-yard backstroke. And after 10 events, Moorhead would lead Fargo South 77-68. Event 11 was the 100-yard breaststroke, and that would be won by Lily Chose, who picked up 6 points for the Spuds with a time of 1:22.45. Fargo South's Michaela Owens would finish second, picking up 4 points for the Bruins with a time of 1:23.53. Moorhead's Liv Dielstra would finish third with a time of 1:27.22, picking up 3 points for the Moorhead Spuds. Moorhead's Isabel Sneed would finish fourth with a time of 1:31.75, picking up 2 points for the Spuds. Moorhead's Katie Yarber finished with a time of 1:41.01. Moorhead's Casey Eishog finished with a time of 1:43.80. Moorhead's Greta Borkland finished with a time of 1:46.02. Fargo South's Abby Gatorsum finished with a time of 1:48.56 and picked up 1 point for the Bruins. Moorhead's Lexi Meyer Crossley with a time of 1:50.74. Moorhead's Hazel Beatsbacher with a time of 1:55.91. Fargo South's Allison Closey with a time of 2:16.85. And Fargo South's Audrey Komrosky would be disqualified from the 100-yard breaststroke. And after 11 events, Moorhead leads Fargo South 88-73. And then in the final event, the 400-yard freestyle relay, it was the Fargo South team of Sydney Quibell, Darby Human, Sierra Martin, and Katie Iverson, picking up 8 points for the Bruins, finishing with a time of 3:58.64. Fargo South's team of Sarah Wall, Nora Becker, Haley Schmidt, and Allison Closely would pick up 4 more points for the Bruins with a time of 4:41.68. Fargo South's team of Shelby Vines, Aaliyah Greenberg, Ashley Jean Williams, and Ava Owens would finish with a time of 4:59.83. Moorhead's team of Ava Rogers, Abby Eishog, Kennedy Olson, and Elena Yonke would finish with a time of 3:59.34. Moorhead's team of Lydia Well, Maggie Howe, Sydney Olson, and Courtney Haber would finish with a time of 4:03.72. And Moorhead's team of Jenna Brendumo, Annika Haber, Callie Berg, and Michaela Haig would finish with a time of 4:37.35. And Moorhead's team of Kate Carvel, Lexi Meyer-Crossley, Hazel Beatsbacher, and Cassie Eishog would finish with a time of 6:05.82. And that would give Moorhead, even though they wouldn't score any points in that 400-yard freestyle, that would still give them the edge as they would hang on to pick up an 88-85 victory over Fargo South. Those are your complete results for every swimmer in every event. And we appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We'll be in southwestern North Dakota as the Bowman County Bulldogs will host the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks in North Dakota 11-man Class A football. And then we'll be right back here at Fargo South High School Saturday morning for the Davies Eagles and the South Bruins in high school volleyball. That one, get up bright and early, set your alarm. That's at 11:30 a.m. first serve, and we'll have that live for you here on the ND Sports Channel. Of course, you can check out all of our upcoming broadcasts at msportsnet.com, as well as a 24/7 on-demand replay of this broadcast will be available within about 30 to 60 minutes after the conclusion of our post-game show, which is coming up right about now. Once again, your final: Moorhead Spuds 88, Fargo South Bruins 85. Thanks so much for watching. The previous has been a presentation of the ND Sports Channel on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.